Hello everyone, my name is Cheriljan and today I am going to explain you how to use C as a programming language. So first of all I am going to explain you how to open online C editor and compiler. For that we have to first type online C editor and compiler on the Google. So it will show you results like this. Here I am using C online compiler from the Programmiz website. So the display from the C online compiler from Programmiz website is like this. Here is the file with the extension .c. .c means it is a C file. Then there are numberings like this is the line tags where each number has its own line of code. Comments on the compiler is done by using / or by using / followed by some comments and then a */. Like if I want to write here printing hello world. So this is part of the code, but actually it will not print on the console. It is just for the guidance to the user. If I am the user and I have written this code, then if I want to give this code to someone else that does not know what I am doing in the program, this is just a reference to that. Then on the third line, #include stdio.h is written. So hash is the preprocessor directive and include means to include header file into the compiler. This is followed by the angular braces in which stdio.h is written. So stdio is standard input output and .h is the extension of the header file. So here we are including stdio.h header file to implement input output function on the compiler. Then on the fifth line it is written int main. Main is the function in the compiler which gives the compiler reference that it has to start from the main function. So whatever the code is written onto the compiler, first of all what happens, it always goes to the main function as all the programming starts from main. So whatever function I want to use in the future, but first of all it always goes to the main function. And in the main function it is followed by int. Int is integer, like I am including a integer main function. If I am including integer main function, then I have to return something. So here I am returning 0. And remember one thing, whenever we are using function, so there must be a opening brace and a closing brace for the function definition. So this is curly braces and printf function is nothing but to display something on the console. It has parameters in which there are inverted comma in which it is included hello world if I want to print hello world onto my screen. And whenever we are using any code, we have to include semicolon because it indicates the compiler that this particular function is done, like if I am reading a paragraph and there is no full stop, so there is some point of time where I will get confused. So it's a like of indication for the compiler that this particular function is completed by using a semicolon. So I will run this and it is printing hello world onto the console. This is the output screen, and if I want to write something else over here, like I am using printf function again, and here I am using a C programming. If I'm using backslash n is a function or something like to explain the compiler that please move to the next line onto the output console. Then I am just running it and it is showing C programming. So by using this printf function, my desired C programming is printed on the console. And if I'm using scanf function, to intake some value from the user, like I'm using an integer value. For that I have to first declare it in the main function that I'm using an integer I, and I have to also print that input value and here I am just fetching the value by using the scanf function. The scanf function has %d. %d is the declaration for I, that whether it is an integer or character or something, but if I specified it as %d, that means my I is an integer and the compiler has to fetch integer value from the user. Ampersand is the reference or the address to my I integer. Let's run this code. So as I have not used \n, so it is without giving any space or line, it is just asking me the value. So I am giving value 5 and my program gets end, and whatever I want to have in my compiler or the output, I am getting it. If I want to print the fetched value from the user, then I will use the function printf to print the value that I have fetched from the user. So input value I am writing 6 over here, and then so my desired value is printed using the printf function. So here I have used the inverted comma where I have written value is, and then I have used percentile d. Percentile d is for printing that integer value, and it is followed by a normal comma or a simple comma. Then percentile d is my integer to the I variable, so I had used here I. So the compiler starts reading value is, and then it will print the value in the variable I, and that's my value printed here is 6. Thank you.